Support in a nutshell. Why does the concept of support in flute playing seem so difficult to understand and so difficult to get a clear explanation of what it is, and yet it seems to be the answer to so many of our flute problems? Okay, support can mean all sorts of different things. Oh, there we go, fluffy language again. All right, okay, here's my opinion today. There's lots of ways that I teach support, lots of ways that we talk about it in our play. But I think the problem is that the words that actually describe it are a little bit dangerous for our technique. Support is pressure and support is force. So neither of these words work very well for flute technique because we definitely don't want to be forcing our sound or putting pressure onto our embouchure. And I have a feeling that's why so many flute teachers really back off of those terms, because it can create the wrong result in the flute playing. So it's important to get the difference between forcing your playing and creating a strong force for your airstream. Okay. So the same thing as adding pressure to turning on a tap, it's just making sure that there is pressure behind the flow of the water or the air in our case. Where does that happen? Well, it happens in our abdominal muscles, but also realistically it is round about here. It's creating the right sort of tension here that supports the embouchure and allows it to be free in the places that it needs to be free. If we didn't support our airflow, we could take a really good breath in, and then as we blow out, we would just deflate. We want to try and hold that airflow so that it has got pressure behind it, and therefore we can control the amount of air that we're using. I always think 3 pillars of flute playing. We've got air speed, air direction, and air support. The problem for flute players is that we don't have any resistance. We don't have something in or on our mouth to blow against. So we have to create that. And that's when it becomes difficult, because it's more of a conceptual thing, or no teacher can see inside to see what you're doing inside. Try hissing, and then you can feel what these abdominal muscles do when you blow against something. It gives you that same support. If, of course, you blow without any support, that's the sound that you get. In a nutshell, support is adding pressure and strength to our airflow so that we can play with a beautiful sound. We can help to control the pitch. We can do beautiful note endings, support that, our articulation sparkles. It really does help with all sorts of aspects of our flute playing. Well worth getting to grips with. If you have liked this video and if it makes sense to you, please like it and subscribe. If you have any comments, pop them down below and I will do my best to answer them.